Right then, Callie, so your best mark so far was 61, which is the first one you did back in September. As far as paper 2s are concerned, I've only marked one, which was 20. You're anticipating 71. I would be absolutely knocked out if you could get that, so let's hope and see how you get on. Okay, so the first mistake here is the capacity of a car's fuel tank. 600 millilitres is less than a litre, which means that it's less than a bottle of pop. 60 litres is what we're looking for that one, so you lose a mark there. That's correct, good. So 11 for that page. You've taken 600 right, so that is actually 320, not 310. Each of these little squares, there's 5 jumps between 0 and 100, so each one of them is 20. So you've actually read off the scale incorrectly, but you've done the right maths here to get that. So you're going to lose a mark for your reading of the scale. You're going to get 2 marks for your correct maths, but you're not going to get any marks for communicating to me what you're doing, because you need to be telling me that you're subtracting the weight of the boxes to just get the cubes. You're dividing by 5 because there are 5 cubes, and so on. With this one, you need to be timesing your estimate by 8. There are 60 squares there, but you've missed from the question that each little square has got an area of 8. So you need to multiply that by 8. So you'll lose a mark for that. That's good. That's known as a radius. If you came all the way across, it would be a diameter. That is known as a chord. This, when you measured it, is 9.1 centimeters, which you then multiply by 10 to turn it into millimeters. So it would be 91 millimeters, not 910. What you've drawn is a parallel line. The perpendicular line is one that comes at 90 degrees. So that is what they're looking for perpendicular. So 2, and that's all for that page. So that was a bad question for you. You should have been able to get full marks on that. 2, 3. There are 2 days, not 3, when there's more rain in Swansea. So you're looking for when the dark grey is taller than the light grey. So 1, 2. 13 millimeters is also wrong. The total millimeters of rain that fell on Wrexham is 3 plus 3 plus 4 plus 2.5 plus 5. And for the median, you would write down each of the rain in Swansea in order and find the middle. That one's right, that one's right. Now with this one, what you've got there is wrong. Each of those is equal to a quarter, not 40%. A quarter is 25%. It's the original 2 that you put a ring around that were actually your right answers. So 3 there, 5 for the page. So again, those sort of questions you should be doing without too many problems. That's good. 2, 4, 6, 8 marks there. Add 7 times by -3. Well done. This one, it isn't divide by 100, it's times by 100. If a ticket cost £5, what would it be in pence? 500 pence. So you'd be multiplying. With this one, if Joan was 100 centimeters tall and Jill was 3 centimeters shorter, Jill would be 97 centimeters. You're taking 3 off. And that would be W times 8. So I can't see what you're doing there, so I can't give you that mark. Those are right. So 8, 10, 12 on that question. That's right. It stays the same. 34. That's right, and that's right. Good. So full marks there. 6 and 6 is 12. Well done and well done. So that's another full mark page. 9 marks there. So those have gone well. This one, you've correctly reflected it, but you haven't reflected it in the right line. Line y equals 1 is the line where the y coordinate is always 1. So you want to be reflecting down that way. You'll get 1 for a correct reflection. Take a look how I work through that on the video, because it is something that you should be able to do. Looks a lot of work, but actually is quite straightforward. We'll be doing this this week, and we'll be looking at questions like that and this last question in the run up to the paper 2 exam. So I don't think you can be up as far as 70, but I reckon this is probably going to be your best mark so far. See if it'll beat 61. 11, 15, 17, 22, 34, 46, 55, 59, 59. It's a C. It's certainly your best paper 2 mark. It's only a couple of marks off your best, so that's pretty good. Now what you need to be doing is to look at what you've got wrong that you thought you had right to get 71, and make sure you can put that right.